Hey everyone, welcome back to Ginatopia. Well, it's a nasty rainy day and I didn't get the opportunity to film the things that I love for the month of January. So I thought I would combine it with the things that I love with February. So this is a combination things I love for January and February, and I have quite a few items, so let's get started. I have several palettes here and they are all great palettes, and like I told you all, I was very late in the game of getting on the Tartelette palette, but this is such a beautiful palette. I didn't think I needed it like I told you all before. I had so many palettes in these shade ranges, but this palette is just so buttery, soft, smells like vanilla, blends like a dream. If you are in a hunt for some beautiful plums and just some neutrals, browns, this is such a beautiful palette. I love this palette. So the Tartelette is in my loves for January and February. Loving this palette. Don't regret buying it at all. In my loves. Fast moved up into my top 10 favorites. Loving that palette. Also late to the game in getting the Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. I knew I wanted this palette the first time I saw it. I just delayed on getting it. It was on my Christmas want list. I didn't get it, but my husband got me a $100 gift certificate to Sephora. So this was something that I ordered off the Sephora website, and this palette is just everything. Smells like apricots to me instead of peaches, but this palette is beautiful. The packaging is beautiful. It has a nice large mirror. The shades are just gorgeous. You have browns, you have peaches, you have a burgundy, you have your neutrals, creams here. This palette is just beautiful. Love this palette. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the just whites or the white mattes, the new palette they've come out with. I may be getting over the just peachy, all this rage of peach stuff going on, but this palette is, like I said, this one has moved up into my top 10 too. Loving this. I think it complements the sweet peach palette that they put out. Love this palette. Don't regret buying that palette at all either. This palette came in my Winky Lux, or came in my BoxyCharm. It is the Winky Lux Kitten palette, and when I first saw it, I hadn't even planned on swatching it because I thought I don't need this palette. Didn't really appeal to me at first. There was a couple of shades that I liked, but it had the gray in it that I didn't care for. I had this Durachrome shade right here, which is beautiful, but I don't use a lot of Durachromes. It's beautiful if you're into those type of shades. I can't get that right there. I think you saw it. Yeah, right there. It is beautiful. I don't use a lot of Durachromes. It's got a really pretty pink right here. It's got the neutral, white shade that I use a lot. But once I use this shade right here called Strut, and this shade called Cheshire, and I use this shade Romeo down here, I fell in love with this palette. I can purchase Cheshire separately, but I can't get Strut. Strut has become right here. Strut has become one of my favorite shades to use for transition ever. I absolutely love this palette. Anything kitten I like. That's the only reason I ended up really swatching it, but I absolutely have fallen in love with that palette. Another palette that I absolutely have fallen in love with is this by BH Cosmetics. I don't normally like large palettes. I have found that out about myself. I just normally do not reach for these big, huge palettes. But the more I use this palette, the more I found out that I absolutely adore this. There are so many beautiful shades. I like this palette better than I like my Morphe Jaclyn Hill palette. I pick up the Jaclyn Hill palette and I don't get inspired. I pick up this palette and I want to use it for days. So if you are looking for a beautiful palette, I highly recommend this BH Cosmetics 28 Colors Modern Neutrals. This was sent to me by one of my subscribers, Susan Dotson, and I can't thank her enough. I pick up this palette and I just think, oh my gosh, you have got some of the most beautiful shades I have ever seen. I love this palette. So if you're looking for a very affordable palette, this is one that I highly recommend. Now, I hate to talk about things that you can't get anymore, but this is something that I bought over the holidays, and I am loving this. This is the Tarte High Performance Neutrals palette. I love Tarte blushes, and this palette retailed for $116. It was sold for $39, and it has 4 of the Amazonian clay blushes in it, and I love it. I love the Amazonian clay formula. I have 4 more of the Amazonian clay blushes that I adore, and they're $29 a piece. I love this formula. That is my favorite blush formula. So if you can get your hands on one of these palettes, I say pick it up. If not, you need to try the Amazonian clay formula. I love the Tarte blushes, and I love that palette. Like I said, I hate to talk about something that you can't get. You can't get this palette, but you can get the Amazonian clay blushes. So I love that. Something else that I am truly loving are these IT Cosmetic brushes. Now, I got these 2 as a Christmas present from my precious niece, Erica. And I love these brushes. They are just wonderful. They are just so soft. They clean like a dream. Love these brushes. I can't recommend them enough. So if you've not tried IT Cosmetic brushes, you really need to try those. Something else I got in my BoxyCharm that I was kind of on the fence about, it was the Cover FX Illuminating Setting Spray. I wasn't sure if I'd like it because it has that just a few flecks of glitter in it, but this setting spray, oh my gosh, it has such a fine mist that you barely know you have sprayed it on your face. I really like it. The glitter in it is so faint you barely see it. And hey, I'm the glitter queen anyway. A little glitter doesn't bother me. I love it. That stuff is wonderful. I have a fan here. A couple of my old setting sprays, you'd spray it on and you had to fan yourself because the setting spray took forever to dry and you'd get these big globs or droplets on your face. This, like I said, you barely know you have sprayed yourself. So I love Cover FX setting spray. Something else I am loving is the Ofra liquid lipsticks. Now, I am not a huge person for liquid lipsticks. I bought these, and I really do like these liquid lipsticks. I also got one this month in my Ipsy bag, and it's the Ipsy Unzipped, and I love that color. Actually, I like it better than Laguna Beach. It's just a little bit darker and has a little bit more of a blue undertone. So I am loving the Ofra liquid lipsticks this month. And one of my favorite products, and I know it's pricey, but I tell you, this is one of my favorite products ever, and when I can afford it, this baby is always on my wish list. It is the Lancome, and I always butcher this word, Renegive Lift Multi-Action Lifting and Affirming Moisturizing Night Cream. I love this. This stuff is wonderful. Smells wonderful. I love the way this smells. I use a night cream night and day. This stuff is just wonderful. I mean, the way it smells, just, I feel rich when I put it on. It's $99. I guess I am rich when I put it on because it's so expensive. But I love this. This stuff just smells heavenly. But those are some of my favorite things for January and February. I thought I would share this. Oh, wait a minute. I got a few more things right here. I've left it, my new favorite, one of my new favorite mascaras. I've left it in my makeup bag at work. But it is the dupe for the 2 Sex Better Than Sex mascara. It is the L'Oreal. You can go to the L'Oreal section of your big box store, and it's in the same packaging. It's pink and everything, and it makes your lashes look just like the Better Than Sex mascara. So check that out. Also, I forgot how much I loved the Donna Karan Cashmere Mist perfume. I am loving that again. I forgot how much I love that. I'm trying to use up all my small perfumes, so I forgot how much I love that, so I'm loving that again. And also, this came in one of my boxy charms. This is the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector Liquid Highlighter. And if you have texture to your skin due to acne scarring, or if you're like me and you are over 25, doubled, and you have wrinkles and a few things going on, actually the liquid highlighters work better for you than the powder highlighters. They work better for me anyway, because like I said, I'm 56, going on 57 years old, so this definitely works better for me than the powder highlighters. So loving this, and this is what I have on today. I don't know if you can see it or not. I'm trying to get my lights in here better. But anyway, these are my favorite things this month for January and February. So if you like my videos, please click like. If you like my channel, please subscribe, and send your friends over here, and we'll subscribe back and forth, and we'll watch each other's videos and support our small channels. And be sure to share the love, not the hate. God bless you. And let's just all love each other here on Facebook and try to support our small channels and grow together. Anyway, share the love, not the hate. And a few of my favorite things this month. And definitely check out the BH Cosmetics. This is a great palette for affordable price. Remember, I really like this palette better than I like the Jaclyn Hill palette. So, my favorite things.